It can be great fun to look around the produce section at the grocery store or all of those stalls at the farmer's market and just admire the beauty and the bounty. But not all of the bounty is beautiful. This is a tomatillo. It's very popular in Mexican cooking, and it is now a delicious, fascinating Iowa-grown fruit. I'm Charity Nebbe.
On this episode of Iowa Ingredient, we'll meet a small-scale farmer whose zest for veggies includes the intriguing tomatillo, and Chef Jim Vito from the Ladora Bank Bistro unwraps the tangy flavors of tomatillos with clever recipes in our studio kitchen.
All that and more coming up next on Iowa Ingredient.
Funding for Iowa Ingredient has been provided by Friends, the Iowa Public Television Foundation. A grant from the W.T. and Edna M. Dahl Trust. Chef Lisa Laval of Trellis Cafe and Chef Michael Laval of the Des Moines Embassy Club. For more than 100 years, the Des Moines Embassy Club has provided a place to dine, celebrate, and do business. Located in downtown Des Moines and in West Des Moines, details are at embassyclub.com. New Pioneer Food Co-op, offering local and organic groceries in Iowa City, Coralville, and Cedar Rapids. Everyone's welcome to shop the co-op, where local and organic isn't just a corner of the store, it's the cornerstone of everything they do. Iowa Community Foundations, an initiative of the Iowa Council of Foundations, connecting donors to the causes and communities they care about. For good, for Iowa, forever. Details at iowacommunityfoundations.org.
Mid-American Energy and their Energy Advantage programs are dedicated to increasing the awareness of energy efficiency in Iowa's homes and businesses. Information is at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Underneath this paper-thin husk, the tomatillo is this beautiful pale green color. And you don't eat the husk, but the fruit inside can be cooked in any number of ways. You can roast it, blanch it, you can even eat it raw, maybe with a little bit of salt. Tomatillos are staples in Mexican cuisine, and of course they are the basis of the ever-popular salsa verde. And chances are very good that if you can successfully grow a tomato, you can also grow tomatillos. They've been very popular in gardens down south for a long time, and now they're more and more common up here in Iowa, growing alongside some of the more common fruits and vegetables.
Muddy Miss Farms is run by Iowa native Shanti Sells. After spending some time exploring, learning, teaching, and farming in the western United States, Shanti moved back to Iowa to start her own farm.
So I was in Arizona and had been growing vegetables in Arizona for a long time and had a come to Jesus moment where I realized I'm from the most fertile place in the country, and I think this is where I should be growing food. And also, you know, the food landscape and the farm landscape of Iowa, I believe, needs a lot of new vision, and I wanted to be part of that.
Shanti lives in Iowa City and commutes to the land she rents near Ainsworth. There, she grows about 40 to 50 varieties of fruits, vegetables, and herbs, including tomatillos. She and another farmer work together to provide their customers with an even wider variety of produce.
Our goal with CSA is to supply our consumers with the bulk of their vegetable needs. And I really like to grow heirloom varieties and kind of unique Asian crops and other things that most maybe Midwesterners have never encountered. So instead of just, you know, a green cucumber, I grow a bunch of different varieties of cucumbers, lemon cucumbers, dragon's eggs, all these different neat varieties that, you know, kind of give people the sense of how diverse the vegetable world really is.
Tomatillos are members of the Solanaceae, or nightshade family, along with tomatoes, eggplant, potatoes, and peppers. Their flavor is described as tart, zingy, and citrus-like. They are much less juicy than their popular cousin, the tomato, but they favor the same growing conditions as tomatoes, so they do very well in Iowa.
I start them from seed in the spring in flats, and then in May, I transplant them into the field, just like tomatoes. They're actually really one of the easiest garden plants to grow. As long as they have enough space and enough airflow, they'll start by forming like a papery husk, and the husk will grow to full size before the tomatillo does. So when you're going through, you start seeing the husks on there, and you just start pinching them, and you'll feel it feels like a little tomato inside. And you know the fruit is ready when the husk is actually full with the green fruit, and to the point that the husk is even splitting. This is another indication that with some of these varieties that the paper actually turns brown. That one's really ripe.
Shanti has always had farming in her blood. She's dedicated her life to nurturing her plants, the land, and her community.
My passion for farming started as a passion and as a real interest. And I just remember being a kid and being in my mom's garden and just that sense of being able to just pick something off a vine and eating it, and just knowing that, our hands, my mom's hands, our hands were in every step of that process. But it is something I feel very driven to continue doing, despite some of the difficulties that I've had. I want to be an example, and I want to continue to educate my peers that this is a possible enterprise. It's really hard to make a living at, but it is something I hope more people consider doing, because this is where our food comes from. And I really do think, at a point it won't even be an option anymore. Food's going to have to be local, because we're not going to be able to get food from all parts of the world as easily as we do now. I love feeding my community and kind of the joy that cooks and eaters have with not just even the quality of their food, but also knowing where it came from, knowing me as their farmer, and just that helping build those relationships. I think it's my life's work, for sure.
Tucked away in the tiny town of Ladora is a hidden gem for restaurant goers.
Growing up in my household, mom always cooking, kind of just the smells. I love it, and it's creative. I love art. When I was younger, I wanted to go to art school as well. Kind of dabbled in that and found out that cooking is art. You can make it beautiful and taste good.
The Ladora Bank Bistro offers delicious and contemporary food in a unique environment. It's located inside the town's old bank building, which is on the National Register of Historic Places. In 2004, Dmitry Makedonsky purchased the property and began renovating the building into what diners now see when they visit the Ladora Bank Bistro. In May of 2014, chef Jim Vito and his wife Holly took over the restaurant and continue to delight diners with eclectic dishes and an unbeatable ambiance.
It's share plates, kind of American-style tapas. It's not all about the food, it's about the atmosphere and coming in and sharing a good beer and wine. And I like the idea of just passing food around. So you're not coming in and, what did you eat there? Well, I ate 8 different things because we ordered, half the menu. So that's what I really like about this.
Chef Jim brings years of experience in the restaurant and catering industry. He's proud to offer fine wines, craft beers, and a varied share plate menu to customers.
I love Asian food, Latin American, Mexican food, just different takes. I don't want people to come in and I've had that at this place. I like people coming in and, these like pork belly tacos and, a different take on a calamari. And I just love doing different takes. I don't like monotony. I get bored in the kitchen, so I switch up the menu 3 to 4 times.
Using fresh, local ingredients in the kitchen is also important to Chef Jim. He believes it adds flavor to his unique menu items.
This summer, we'll be having our own garden I work with Compost Ninja, and we compost all of our food and paper goods. And they're going to take that compost, and I gave them a laundry list of vegetables and fruits we want. So this summer we'll have fruits and vegetables that are grown 4 miles from here.
The Ladora Bank Bistro has maintained the look of the original bank, which opened in 1920. The teller windows frame up the bar area, and the vault has been converted into the wine and beer cellar.
I think people love it. A lot of people that haven't been here before are shocked. You know, they come into a small farming community and walk in and immediately look up and see the vaulted ceilings and the marble and, you know, the sayings across the top and, you know, the Greek columns out front, and just seeing what we're doing, you know, with like the beer list of 70 beers and the wine list, wines from all over the world. It's kind of a culture shock in, you know, coming into it, not realizing it can be done.
If you're looking for a restaurant that offers food with a worldly flair and is off the beaten path, the Ladora Bank Bistro is the place for you. Patrons can stop in Thursday through Sunday to enjoy Chef Jim's tasty creations.
And now we are here in the kitchen with Chef Jim. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
What are we gonna make?
We are going to make salsa verde and some pork belly tacos.
All right, and we're gonna start with the salsa, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are. To get these started,
And they look a little alien in the grocery
they
store.
do.
So
They
can
do.
be
A lot
little
of people don't
intimidating.
wonder what to do with them.
Right.
So you're just gonna husk them. So they're also husked tomatoes. Pull these back, give it a little spin, and you want to take that, rinse it. There's a kind of a sticky residue
Okay.
on there. So, and
these
once
are
you're
all rinsed up.
these are
right?
all ready to go, and our peppers are all rinsed. So we're gonna put these in a bowl. We're gonna take some scallions, green onion, throw those guys in there. Some Anaheim peppers, and poblanos, and a jalapeno. So we'll get this coated with some olive oil, and we'll do a little kosher salt, cracked pepper, some cumin, and some coriander, and our garlic. Can't forget the garlic.
All right, and
Just about, just cloves of garlic. You want them peeled, ready to go.
all right.
The more the merrier. So we're gonna kind of mix these guys up.
And you're just trying to get everything coated
Yeah,
with
just
the
get
oil?
it just coated.
Okay.
And once they're coated, we're gonna move them over to a sheet pan and throw them in the oven and get them nice and happy in there. And throw them right in there. And these are all ready to go.
Awesome.
We're gonna throw these in the oven, 400 degree oven. I would say 15, 20 minutes to start. All right. Okay.
Okay, so we got the peppers out of the oven. Beautiful.
Peppers, yep.
Roasty.
They are ready to go. So the peppers have been seeded, and the reason we do that is to kind of mellow out the heat a little bit. You don't need to, but if you like very hot salsa verde, leave them in there. So,
All right.
we're gonna take the peppers, the garlic, the scallions, everything that was in there, the tomatillos, put them right into the blender. In addition to that, we're gonna put a little cracked pepper, a little salt, a little red wine vinegar, lemon juice to brighten it up a little bit. You can do lime juice, grapefruit, whatever you like, and a little honey. And the honey will mellow out any extra heat as well, but it just kind of sweetens it a little bit. So we're gonna take that and blend it all up, and you just blend this to whatever desired thickness, chunkiness you like. All right,
All right.
and this is all set.
Oh, beautiful. And I'm gonna try some. Is it gonna burn my tongue
Hopefully
off?
not.
All right.
Hopefully
We'll
not.
find out. Oh, that's got beautiful flavor. That's great. And a little
Good.
bit of heat.
Yep,
All right.
a
So
little background heat. This is ready for the tacos. Perfect.
all right, we've got the salsa verde all ready to go. It's time to make the rest of the taco ingredients,
Yes,
right?
so we have pork belly. It's been slow roasted, ready for a hot skillet. Just get it smoking hot, kind of lay that in there. All right, we'll let that basically just crisp up since it's already cooked. Okay, flip this. Get the other side nice and crispy.
Great.
And then we'll go over here. And we got some red and green cabbage.
And this is just a slaw for
Just
the taco?
yeah, some different texture, color, nice
Nice.
crunch. Little salt on there. A little cracked pepper. A little bit of lemon juice. And just kind of toss that around. Take some of this slaw. Lay that down. That is all ready to go.
And you're just gonna go straight from
We're
the
gonna
pan
take
to the tacos?
straight from the pan.
All right.
And you can actually grill this pork belly as well, since it's already roasted if you want that smoky grill flavor. It likes to pop too, so. Okay. So from here, we are gonna take our salsa verde and just kind of spoon a little bit across, depending on how much you like. And then we have some Mexican crema, and crema is just a like sour cream.
Okay. So if you can cut the heat a little bit with that.
Yeah, and who
Although
doesn't
it's
like
not
sour
too
cream on
hot,
tacos,
right.
right? So we have some green onion. Put a little bit of that on there. And some pickled red onions. Nice. I love these too, so we're gonna pile some of those on there. And finish it with some fresh cilantro.
Perfect. Oh, these look amazing.
Tacos.
Yum. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we made some beautiful pork tacos with salsa verde.
Yes.
What are we making now?
Well, we are going to make a southwestern panzanella. So a grilled bread salad with tomatillos and a bunch of other ingredients.
All
And
right.
a nice creamy dressing to go on top. All right, so we'll start with that and see how we're doing. If we need more, we can always chop up some more and throw it in there. Okay, so we are going to chop up some tomatillos, fresh tomatillos, and these are gonna give it the nice acidic bite. And it kind of gets mellowed out with the creamy dressing, and it's just a nice balance
All right,
with
and so
that smoky bread.
I know they're a cousin of the tomato, but people don't use them raw that often.
No, and it's almost like somebody took a lime and kind of squeezed it over your green tomato.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And they're beautiful. I mean,
Right.
they look like green apples. So that is all done. Throw that in there. So the dressing is actually an avocado, tomatillo, cilantro, lime dressing.
All
So
right.
nice creaminess. So we're gonna start with one avocado. It's already been seeded and chopped up. Some fresh tomatillos in here as well, and I just have one. Gives it a nice acidic bite. Do some garlic, and depending on how much you like, probably about 2 cloves or so. Some shallot. Shallots in there. And we'll do a little Dijon mustard. And a little honey. And we'll do some cracked pepper, pinch of salt. Okay. And let's use that same spoon. We'll throw some of the Greek yogurt, and it's probably half a cup. We have some black beans.
All right.
Throw some of those in there. And I'll give you the corn. So perfect way to use up some corn, throw it on the grill, char it up, scrape it off, throw it in there. Orange bell pepper. Some red bell pepper. And some red onion.
All right.
And a jalapeno, because why not? All right, so getting this all mixed up, then we're gonna add our dressing. Lovely color.
It's beautiful.
We'll start with that, and then we're gonna let's squeeze a little lime juice
right.
over there too while you're kind of mix that up. Time to plate this up.
Beautiful.
All right. Set this out there. And some queso fresco, if you want to just give that a little crumble over top.
Oh, wonderful.
And then some chopped cilantro. Just kind of throw it over top.
Oh, this looks amazing. That is so delicious. Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have you ever thought about what you would do if you could quit your day job and do something new? Brothers Garrett and Ryan Burchett had what they called a crazy idea to start a distillery. And that's just what they did.
We got to talking about it and joking, and the more we looked into it, we thought this could really be something. So we started learning more, doing some training, thinking if the worst thing that ever happened was we learned more about whiskey. Well, that was still pretty cool. And then a couple years passed, all of a sudden the law is changing, a local bank is interested, and we're too far along for our wives to talk us out of it, so here we are.
The Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire makes handcrafted spirits from local grain. Their business is built on keeping their products as local as possible and developing personal relationships with their customers.
Everything we make here is made with grain, sourced right from the farmers who grow it, all within 25 miles of this place. We go to the farm, we get the grain, we mill it into a flour, we blow it into a tank where it's mixed with hot water and cooked for a couple hours, then we cool it, add yeast. The yeast goes to town eating the sugar in the mash, make it into alcohol. After about 4 or 5 days, we'll throw that mash into the still. We heat it up and we essentially cook the alcohol out of the grain mash. And that is your spirit. And we put that into a jug. Usually it's 150 to 190 proof, depending on what product we're making. We add purified water to it, take it down to bottling proof. If it's whiskey, it's going into a barrel down into our basement for a couple years. If it's a clear spirit like vodka, that can go right into the bottle and out to market.
The history of the area and its relationship to the river inspired the names of their products. The clear spirits are named for the water and the whiskeys for the land.
So we have River Pilot Vodka, River Rose Gin, and River Baron Artisan Spirit for clear spirits all the time. And our Artisan Spirit is kind of like a flavored vodka, but the flavor's natural from the corn and wheat that we use. Then we have 2 whiskeys that we offer all the time, our Cody Road Bourbon and our Cody Road Rye. So those 5 products you'll find on the shelf all the time. Then we supplement that with 8 or 9 what we call seasonals every year.
On the first Friday night of every month, the distillery stays open late to give customers a chance to socialize and sample new products. Other local businesses have embraced the idea as well.
Tonight we're releasing our Iowish cream liqueur, not Irish, Iowish, and we use the Iowa corn as the alcohol base for that. We get fresh roasted coffee from the Iowa Coffee Company in Runnels, just south of Des Moines. We use cinnamon and vanilla, mix it in with that, and it's one of our most popular seasonals of the year. We'll see anywhere from 300 to 500 people here tonight checking things out. Our chef, Stephanie, we call her our spirited chef, Stephanie Godke. She'll be cooking with our spirits. She always has a couple recipes that she demonstrates and has some free samples of that.
This was just a white cake, and then I substitute all of the liquid, not the oil, but you substitute the milk and the water with Iowish.
We try to tell our story on every bottle. And if you look on each bottle, there's a hand-numbered batch number. And if you take that number, you can go to our website, you can look up the batch notes for that bottle, and it will tell you the names of the farmers who grew the grain, the day it was mashed, distilled, and bottled, who helped us bottle it, what equipment I blew off that batch, the whole story behind it. But what we're really trying to do is draw attention to the fact that this is real in the bottle, and it's real people who are growing the grain and are making the whiskey and are putting it in a bottle for you. And that means something to consumers now more than I think ever before.
That's it for this week's show. I'm Charity Nebbe. Join us next time for another tasty trek across our state on Iowa Ingredient.
All of us at Iowa Ingredient are fans of all things celebrating Iowa food. And in 2015 and early 2016, we visited the terrific restaurants, farms, and other food events featured on this program. But circumstances can change, so we encourage you to call ahead if you're planning a trip of your own. We hope that you get the opportunity to indulge in some of Iowa's delicious flavors and to visit some of our unique destinations. Thanks for watching.
Funding for Iowa Ingredient has been provided by Friends, the Iowa Public Television Foundation. A grant from the W.T. and Edna M. Dahl Trust. Chef Lisa Laval of Trellis Cafe and Chef Michael Laval of the Des Moines Embassy Club. For more than 100 years, the Des Moines Embassy Club has provided a place to dine, celebrate, and do business. Located in downtown Des Moines and in West Des Moines, details are at embassyclub.com. New Pioneer Food Co-op, offering local and organic groceries in Iowa City, Coralville, and Cedar Rapids. Everyone's welcome to shop the Co-op, where local and organic isn't just a corner of the store, it's the cornerstone of everything they do. Iowa Community Foundations, an initiative of the Iowa Council of Foundations, connecting donors to the causes and communities they care about. For good, for Iowa, forever. Details at iowacommunityfoundations.org.
Mid-American Energy and their Energy Advantage programs are dedicated to increasing the awareness of energy efficiency in Iowa's homes and businesses. Information is at midamericanenergy.com. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.